Extreme heat we've seen might have done some damage to your home garden. Denver 7 meteorologist Danielle looks at the best plants for the sun and shade.
Oh, it's a beautiful day here in Greenwood Village. I have Phil Steinhauer with the Associated Landscape Contractors of Colorado here with me. You are the man behind all of this beauty, and talk to us about the right plant in the right place. What are kind of your favorites for all this sunshine that we have right here?
So this is a southern exposure.
Yep.
So it's very hot. It's on a slope, which again makes it even tougher. It doesn't hold water. So we've got a couple things that are some of my favorite plants, and one that's fairly new that we're using a lot is this. It's a manzanita, and this is called panchito, and it's a lower one. They make a taller one, or they grow a taller one that's chieftain. But it's, what's unusual about it, it's very drought tolerant, but it's an evergreen. And we have very few, broadleaf evergreens in this area. So this loves it dry, loves the heat, and will stay low and be evergreen in the winter. Another one that we've used right next to it that I love a lot is, everybody kind of knows potentilla. It's a pretty standard old-fashioned shrub that's been around forever. But this is a lower variety. You can see it just spreads across the ground. So it's called yellow gem.
Ooh, I love the pops of yellow.
Yeah.
Just like the Colorado sun.
And then we've incorporated it with a lot of mixed perennials. We really wanted to get a Colorado feel in this garden. And so there are things that really thrive in the full sun and not great soil and on a slope.
Right. Well, this is beautiful. I love what you guys have picked and just how bright and vibrant all the colors are.
Sure.
But if you have a home that maybe is a little shady in the front, you have us.
We have some alternatives for that.
We saw the sun, and now we're here in this garden that's a bit shadier. Talk to me about some of your favorite plants that you put in here.
Yeah, so this is a north exposure. So we're really looking, a lot of times I look at texture in the plants, because there's not a lot of things that bloom in the full shade or on the northern exposure. So we've got some vinca, but behind it we've got this Japanese forest grass. This stays low, has this vibrant chartreuse foliage.
It is so pretty.
Adds a lot of color without blooming to the garden. And then behind it we have a great plant that I think gets mistaken as being tough to grow, but this is a Carol Mackey Daphne, and it's a plant select, which means it's kind of gone through a trial of being hardy, survives our tough. It's great for Colorado. Has a really pretty fragrant blossom in the spring, so it's great next to a front door if you want,
smell the goodness as you're coming in.
And then it's also an evergreen. This tree right here is again one that sometimes can be difficult to grow. It's a redbud tree loaded with pink blossoms in the very early spring before anything else comes out.
Oh, nice.
But if you give it, it doesn't like the strong afternoon sun, but if you plant it in a protected, like this corner here, northern exposure, they do great. So it's a great plant to use in a small location. It won't get much bigger than this. So many good options. That I love the texture that you pointed out. Yeah, so we created a lot of texture with a very small space.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I know you said so many different names of all of these. We are going to have all of those on Denver7.com, so you can make your front yard, your backyard look just the same.